know, voodoo. Like, I want somebody to turn this person into a roach. Like, for real, a roach. And I'ma catch it. I'ma catch that roach and put it in a freezer. Yeah, somebody hit me up that dude.
Welcome back, my Halloween babes. Today is day 7 of our 10 Days Till Halloween special. And today we're going to talk about the idea that your man just might be an actual warlock. Now, I know this sounds a bit weird, but hear me out. This video is all about those chilling signs that something may be up with that too good to be true man in your life and the small ways he can be casting spells on you. Maybe he has a charm, a strange intuition about your every move, or even an unsettling way of drawing you in. No matter how hard you try to pull back, whether you're just a little curious or starting to have suspicions, let's explore these signs and talk about how to protect your energy and understand why some people carry a warlock energy that's almost magical, sometimes for good, but sometimes for not.
This is a warning to somebody and really should be a warning to everybody. You need to be extra careful letting these people you're in relationships with record you doing sexual acts. You never quite know who you're in a relationship with and what exactly they are into. And let me tell you that some of y'all are in relationships with witches and warlocks, and they are doing more with those videos than just getting off to them. A whole lot more. And just because you break up with them and say that you're done, they still have those videos of y'all doing the most intimate thing you can do in this world. And they doing stuff with that video. And it ain't just getting off to it.
Y'all know dudes real life be done their work on y'all, huh? They really be looking for somebody. They be calling and lighting candles on y'all and doing all kind of stuff. Stop playing.
So, okay, what exactly do I mean by warlock? Think about it as a intense energy some people just carry, sometimes almost as if they have a secret spell book hidden somewhere. Here are some of the traits to watch out for. Number 1, magnetic energy. He draws you in and you feel almost addicted to his presence, as if you're under a spell. This intense attraction can often cloud your judgment, leaving you unable to see red flags. Number 2 is hypnotic language. Pay attention to his words. Does he have a way of always getting you to agree even when you aren't planning to? His words might feel like a charm that you just can't resist, making you enchanted every time he speaks. Number 3 is unusual knowledge of you. Does he seem to know things about you he shouldn't? Maybe he brings up something you've only thought about but never shared. A true warlock has an intuitive gift for reading people, almost like he's tuned in to your mind. Number 4 is controlling in a disguised way. Warlock energy often comes when a need for control, but in small ways. He might make you feel dependent on him or have you wrapped around his finger without you even realizing it. Number 5 is strange rituals or habits. Watch for any unusual habits or interest into a cult, strange charms, or even an obsession with energies, crystals, or mystical symbols. Sometimes these warlock types have their own unique rituals to keep control of your energy.
This is what witches and warlocks like to do. That's why you better be careful of them jokers that little hugging and stuff in the church. Right. They'll be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, sister, how you been? You didn't even know you touched and agreed. You just touched and agreed for me to destroy your butt. And I'm up here like, yeah, but my spirit is saying something different than my flesh. Then they hug you, rub, and do all this on you. What they doing is they dressing you, putting their spirits on you. So now when you get done hugging, you like, dang, man, I'm tired. Either they taking your strength or they putting some on you. I've been zapped too. I had a prophet come in there and all I kept hearing in the spirit is, I want that. I'm looking around like, I'm thinking it's me. Because I'm like, what I want? on. I didn't discern it was him. He was preaching the word. Everybody need to get saved from the back door to the pulpit, blah, blah, blah. Even though he forgot he in the pulpit, but you know how people do. He come off the pulpit, he lay hands on me. I drop, boom, but I can't get up. I'm on the floor like this. I'm like, where my strength went? I could not get up and nothing. The little prophet said, yeah, I see he dapped you. What he wanted was the strength he seen me walking with. I told him, you can have it, because there's a fight to come with it. And if you ain't living right, obviously you can't be stealing. Now you got to deal with the consequences of what I fight with. So what happens is you can take strength just like you could give it. Just like when I lay hands on folks, I give them my strength. And I take on what they fighting. That's why they said the strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
A lot of people think that only women do witchcrafts or love spells to get the men that they want, but a lot of men do it too. And I found that out because somebody who was close to me told me that they did it, and that was the person that I least expected to do something like that. And the reason why he told me, which I found was so weird why he was even telling me in the first place, was because he wanted to try to prove to me that if he wanted to sleep with me, that he could do a spell to make me sleep with him. And I'm like, no, you can't. You cannot make me do nothing that I don't want to do. And if you do anything or try to do anything to me to make me want to sleep with you, that's witchcraft. That's manipulation. So he was showing me a picture of this girl that he was talking to, and was like, you know, she have a boyfriend or whatever. He said, but if I wanted her to sleep with me, I could. And he's like, if I wanted you to sleep with me, I could. And he starts to explain to me how he would go about doing it. He takes out his wallet and he shows me something in his wallet. It's like, I don't know what it was. It looked like some kind of gel paste thing. I don't know what it was. And he told me all he has to do is rub that thing and ask it for what he wants, and it will do it. And he starts talking about how he does candle work. He has candles that he lights, and he would speak into the candles, and the candle flame will get bigger, and some whatever, some weird shit. And he's like, oh, but this is not evil because I use Bible verses. A lot of witches and warlocks, other people who do voodoo, they use the Bible to do evil. So then he's like, he could do something to make me dream of him, or any girl that he wants, to make them dream about him, like to plant himself in the dream, and he can have sex with the person in their dream, and that will make them want to have sex with him in real life. And I'm like, what kind of freaky voodoo ass shit is this? Like, why would you even want to do that? If you meet somebody and the person does not want to sleep with you, why would you go as far as trying to manipulate them spiritually to want to sleep with you? What really like threw me off is the fact that he kept saying, oh, if I wanted to sleep with you, I could do that to you. If I wanted to sleep with you, I could do that to you. For him to say that and constantly keep repeating it, you cannot be trusted. Because it's almost like you have it in your mind that you want to sleep with me. Because I'm not entertaining you in that way, you're willing to go as far as putting my name in a candle and speaking to the candle and rubbing your hand on some kind of thing to put yourself in my dream, to try to manipulate my dreams, or just manipulate me spiritually to try to get me to sleep with you. And after he tells me this, I'm looking at him weird. He's like, oh, don't look at me like that. I don't want you to think of me in no kind of way. I do think of you in a different type of way now, because I never thought that you would be the kind of person to do that. Because he doesn't look like the type of person to do that, a lot of people wouldn't think that he would do that. And that's why, as a woman too, as a man, you have to be careful who you sleep with, because you might be sleeping with somebody who might be dibbling and dabbling in some kind of weird spiritual voodoo, ritualistic, occult kind of thing that you don't know about. And now, because you sleep with that person, you open yourself up to whatever it is that they're doing. After that day, I never spoke to him again. Because that just threw me off completely. And I think it was the next day I can't remember if it was a dream or a vision of a black Bible with a snake in it, and God reminded me of him when I saw that. So I don't really know what the significance of that is, but I think that was God's way of telling me that he wasn't using the Bible for good. He think that he is, but he was using the Bible for evil. But yeah, be careful out here, because a lot of the times these things are not written on people's faces. Somebody can look very much normal. He's a normal looking person, very much normal, and you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. A lot of people get themselves into some spiritual stuff that they don't even realize that is opening doors to a lot of demonic activity, because they're thinking that is not evil, you know, because just because you don't call on a demon or you're not calling on Lucifer, that does not mean it's not evil. There are different types of evil. There are different doors. There are different levels. So just because it may be level 1 does not mean that if you don't get deeper and deeper and deeper, you will not get to level 5, because that's how it starts. You open a door. But somebody would go and sleep with him, and now all of a sudden your whole life falling apart because you sleep with somebody who's basically a warlock, because that's what he basically is, a male witch.
Here's some signs that you're dating a warlock. When he says that you'll never find anyone better than him, that is a form of witchcraft. He's setting an evil intention on how your life should turn out if you are not going to stay. He will then set evil intentions, the game, to go ahead and sculpt out who you really are. Once he senses what type of woman you are, he will play the game accordingly. When you become intimate and he asks you, whose is it? And you simply reply his name, you then sign a soul contract. Or if he goes deeper than the inches that God has given him, he is trying to get you hooked. When children are involved, he will intentionally set his negative thoughts through them, causing the children to hate and resent the other parent. Remember, when you're setting your intentions on something, this is a good way to manifest something into reality, but not when it's going towards a negative way. If he is sitting here saying, I hate you, you're a nobody, you're never going to amount to nothing, if he's putting these words into his intention and coming at you forcefully with the negative energy, this is a... If you've ever experienced any body aches, pH balance out of order, mentally and emotionally out of twag, then you are under a spell as well. If you would like to learn how to disconnect, follow me on TikTok. I go in on how to do cord cutting ties from past energies.
Y'all gotta be crazy. I just heard that some men out here putting spells on women, trying to get them, trying to keep women. Now, I don't heard women do crazy stuff like that, like going to see these voodoo people and like calling these psychics and trying to find ways to put a spell on the men to keep them and stuff like that. I don't heard women do stuff like this, but I didn't know men are actually out here doing this stuff too. I mean, it make me think, what kind of women are these men trying to keep? The ones that taking care of them or something so they can just sit at home and just chill and relax? Because ain't no way I'm finna go nowhere to put no spell on nobody. Y'all better be careful who y'all date, who y'all call y'all boyfriend, y'all girlfriend, because y'all don't know these people's intentions and what they trying to do. They trying to put spells on you, keeping you around, using, abusing you. Y'all better start thinking before y'all start giving these people, because I'm telling you, everybody don't have good intentions, okay? You be done got with a nut, a fool, they're trying to keep you around and torture you. And you be wondering why everything's going bad in your life, nothing looking up, can't get rid of the man, can't get rid of the woman, because they don't put something on you.
So if your man has any of these traits and is starting to feel a bit familiar, it's time to protect your energy. Here's what you can do. Number 1, stay grounded in your own energy. Remind yourself of your boundaries and keep a solid sense of who you are. Practicing daily affirmations, grounded exercises, and meditation can help you hold on to your energy and stay centered. Number 2 is detox from his influence. Spend time alone, away from his influence. This will allow you to see things clearly without his spell clouding your judgment. Time and space are great ways to regain your independence. Number 3 is observe without emotion. Take a step back and view his actions objectively. Don't let your emotions dictate your decisions when it comes to someone who may have this kind of power over you. Watch his actions, not his words. And number 4 is protective practices. You can try simple protective practices like wearing sage or clear out any energy you feel may be lingering. You don't need to be a witch yourself to use simple rituals to protect yourself. And of course, my Halloween babes, do your research.
So y'all do know that men do way more spell work than women do, right? The man go in on spell work, love spell work, or black magic spell work, dark magic spell work. 1, for you not to move on. 2, for your finances, control, possessiveness, not wanting somebody else to be with you. Men go in when it comes to spell work. You hear women do a lot of love spell. You can't beat men. Men go in when it comes down to spell work. It's a control thing. It's a power thing. And they're very secretive at doing it. But they will block you. They will try to block you. They won't block you. But they will try to block you. Men go hard when it comes to spell work.
Here are some ways that men do witchcraft on women, and some signs or symptoms that a man may be doing the craft on you or someone you know. And these are some things that I've seen or know about based on my professional experience as a witch. So there's men trying to manifest things out of a woman by incessantly reciting affirmations or intentions, or even visualizing their desired outcome. Hello, water placements. Words or spells don't come from me. If a man is excessively reciting affirmations or intentions, scripting, doing all of the things, he's doing the craft. The things that he's saying to you during intimate time, or the things that he's trying to get you to say to him, again, words or spells don't come from me. Your dreams and what's happening in there could also be a very telling sign. Panties mysteriously going missing. Chances are he might be using them. You broke things off, maybe even got no contact, and yet your mind still strangely goes back to this person, almost like you're hooked on them, and it's excessive, like definitely more than what you'd consider normal. And you might even still strangely find them very attractive, even though you broke things off, went no contact, the whole bit. Or you can viscerally feel them thinking of you. If you find that you're still strangely really attracted to this person, even though you know this isn't going to work, I don't like them, etc., they could be doing a sweetening spell. Or maybe you get a whiff of this man's cologne, even though you broke things off, went no contact, haven't seen him in a while. That could also be a sign or a symptom. And if he's not doing the work himself, he definitely has someone in his life or hired someone who is.
I've been trying to tell y'all, men practice magic too. They may not call it witchcraft, but they understand alchemy. They understand dark matter. They understand harvesting energy. A lot of y'all faves got to the top by harvesting energy from the women that they sleep with. And they practice in a much different way than women, as some may be trying to heal their past traumas and elevate their life. No, some of them are out for blood. Okay, they want to be top dog, they want to be the most powerful, and they will do it by any means necessary. In a lot of our workings, we may say, with harm done to none. They want it by any means necessary. I say all that to say, be very careful. You never know who's practicing magic for the wrong reasons, but be extra careful around overly spiritual men from the deep south, hood niggas, and men who are really into the sciences, because they might just have you in a jar under their...
Y'all women, you ever wonder why you so attracted to this man? Like, it's something about that man, I can't let him go. I just gotta talk to him. I just gotta see him. Right after you slept with that man, you start having them feelings, right? Whatever that man was feeling, you got that same feeling. A man that's on top of you, looking right in your eyes, saying he loves you, I want you, words are powerful. Those words going right in your ear, right in your mind, straight to your heart. The loving felt so good because you was going along with it. You was taking it in. He gave you that energy. The energy was feeling good. You accepted it. Now the spell gonna work. Now you looking through his phone. Where you going? What time you coming back? You checking his inbox, trying to fight every woman. Leave my man alone. What your man doing to these women? You gonna end up in jail hurting on women, and when you in jail, he gonna find somebody else.
People always wonder why it's so hard to leave an abuser, a narcissist, a manipulator. Narcissist abuse is spiritual warfare. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Synovia Cherie, and we discuss narcissism, everything about it, but from a spiritual perspective. So if that's what you want to know about, you stay here. You're in the right place. So sometimes people want to know why it's so hard to leave a narcissist. It's so hard to leave a narcissist because you have to take that battle to the realm of the spirit. You are dealing with evil spirits, demonic entities. And sometimes when they manifest, you can see that. There was a time when my ex manifested and his eyes turned black and they looked like they were just like black slits. And I was like, what the crap is going on? This is before I knew that I was dealing with Python, Leviathan, Jezebel. This is before that. I didn't know what was going on. Because what happens is also when you're dealing with a narcissist, you are under witchcraft. You are under a spirit of mind control.
How many eons is it going to take for you to stop playing with women? What do all 4 of these men have in common? I'll wait. And it's not the fact that they're in jail. It's not about the details of their cases. It's not about the manipulation, the narcissism, the controlling tactics. It's not even about that they're all melanated men. When you pay attention to the women who came into these men's lives, the missions that these divine feminine women were sent in to do to these men, the sacrifices that they had to make with their involvement. And when these women made these decisions to be with these men, other people didn't understand why they were doing it. Why did they continue to be with this man, have kids with them? What was going through their minds and why they were dealing with them at the time? And I know some of y'all even be thinking, what went through your mother's head when she decided to mess with your father? See, one thing about divine feminine energy is that there's a grace for it all. But you're here, so you see the divine plan in all of it. And that's why I do not judge people when they are going through something or when something happens that doesn't necessarily mean a good thing. The will for the plan of the evolution of humanity required some of our high priestess to go in and take the mission of balancing out the gunk that the divine masculine has been leaving on the collective. These women with the backgrounds and the way that they were raised, the things that they went through before they met these men, or just that desire to want more for your life or desire a strong masculine man. Everybody knows that God's source gave us free will, and I'm a firm believer that you chose the life and the parents and the experiences that you wanted to have in order to heal. Before any of us was even born, there has been so much negative energy circulating on this planet. And like I said, some of us came down here on a mission. And the Divine Mother was like, okay, which one of y'all getting him? Who's getting this one? Who's picking this one? And who's picking this one? All women are daughters of the Divine Feminine. In order for you to take this mission, you're going to have to go through some things in order for you to attract these men. You have to get on the same level energetically with them. But that's the trick. The energies, the demons, and the spirits that they delve into will be able to see your light because you are beautiful, but you are also vibrating at the same level that they are in, and you have a regenerative ability and light inside of you. The forces that they deal with will automatically attract. The pain that you will go through is not for no reason. Even if you are not proud of the actions that you did to yourself, this is going to help heal the collective and your sisters on earth. On an energetic level, the healing that the Divine Feminine has gone through because of the sacrifices and the necessary experiences that they had to deal with and men that they had to deal with, it all happened for a reason. And we are all rising and raising our minds and healing for a reason. The testimonies of the demons that they had to face being with these men, the spiritual energies that they had to fight, the buildup of karma that needed to take place, and the healing of the masculines and in the healing of them individually as souls was not being taken place. Not until these women came into their lives. Put some respect on the Divine Mother right now.
So, my Rych Babes, that's our dive into spotting a warlock energy in your man. Keep an eye out for these signs. Trust your instinct and remember that protecting your energy is key. You know, this really made me think of that time where every time I went over that dude's house, I could not find my underwear. And then when I addressed him about it, he was like, oh, I just wanted to smell your underwear when you're gone. And I thought it was cute back then. Oh my God, he was playing on me, y'all. And you know, that is the same dude who tried to really fucking spit in my mouth. I spit that shit right back in his motherfucking mouth when we was doing the missionary. And he fucking cussed me the fuck out. I was like, nigga, what the hell was that? I've never in my sexual life have ever had a dude try to spit in my fucking mouth. And I spit that shit right the fuck back. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you thought what was happening. And I was just so oblivious to what's going on right now as we talking about it. But I'm like, dog, who does that? I don't know what type of bonding shit you trying to do, but that's not sexy. That was not sexy at all. It turned me off so bad. I decided just you know what? I don't want to do it no more. And yeah, so y'all, these men are crazy. Okay, these men are crazy. So just keep a lookout on everything, and y'all enjoy y'all night. I will see you tomorrow with day 8 as we just continue on to our 10 days to Halloween. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. Comment comment down below. I love reading all of your comments. Let us know, have you ever dealt with a man like this? Have you ever experienced or know any stories of this? We would love to know. All right, my rich babes, stay rich.